AskReddit by deleted. What does Japan do better than the rest of the world? Trains and cleanliness. People literally pocket their trash to throw away at home because public trash cans are too common. It's the cleanest country I've ever been to, and not just the cities. Clean streets. The crazy part is that there aren't many trash cans in public, so people are carrying their trash around for a while until they find one. Plan for, react to, and recover from earthquakes. I remember a video once where a sinkhole opened up and in a couple days they totally repaired everything, to the point where you wouldn't even know it happened. Security of belongings in public places. Went to watch a football game and left my whole handbag, including cash, passports, everything, outside the stadium on a seat. Didn't realize until after the game finished, but there it was still on the same seat as whole crowds walked past it. Nothing touched. Behavior of sports fans at international football tournaments. They even clean their part of the stadium after the game. And at their schools, the students all help keep the classrooms clean. Don't disturb other people on public transport with phone calls. Out of the few times I've been on public transport recently in Europe, multiple times some middle-aged man was just absolutely blasting random obnoxious shit on his phone at full volume in a packed bus or metro and also laughing loudly. Toilets, bidet. Heated toilet seat which washes my ass is something I didn't know I needed until Japan. Life expectancy. And simultaneously, suicides. Speak Japanese. Brilliant. Wacky game shows. While your game shows reward knowledge, we punish ignorance. Pissing off giant monsters. We don't know for a fact that they're better at this than I am. They just document it better than I do. I'm sure a giant monster could kill me pretty good. Gamera movies. Queuing. I say this as an Englishman. We have the international reputation for doing it instinctively, but from my experience they are at least as inclined towards it in Japan, if not even more so. Edit. Apologies, it's not a Japanese thing and I think I got confused because of a special situation. Handicap stall. Original. Have you ever queued at a Japanese bathroom though? If there is enough room, the Japanese will form a different queue for each stall. As a programmer, this drives me nuts. A single line with the first person going to the first open stall guarantees FIFO behavior and minimizes the worst case scenario for everyone in line. Public transport. As someone who lives in Japan. Toilets. Cleanliness, public spaces. Punctual trains, and people are generally quiet on trains. Vending machines. Convenience stores, actually convenient. You can send things, receive online shopping like Amazon, pay bills. Also the food is good. And they even have microwaves and hot water, so you can heat up the food that you buy or make noodles. As you said, actually convenient. And usually open 24 hours, and they also sell liquor 24 hours. Giant robot. Anime. I scrolled way too far for this. Trains and public transport in general. Deleted. As someone who suffers from social anxiety, while I appreciate this, I also feel like it exacerbates the problem. If you never have to step out of your comfort zone, you will never be able to overcome it. Largest producer of Japanese people, by a huge margin. Source for this. Keep people in work for life. Heck, even dying for work. I'm yet to see if someone is going to say cars, so I'll be the first to say it, cars. Toyotas and Hondas run forever. I used to be an American-made only person, but you can't really beat cars that routinely tally up over 200k miles. Hide their homeless. I was recently in Tokyo and homeless people were not obvious, but I did see half a dozen in 5 or so days. Mostly under an overpass in Shinjuku. I haven't seen any homeless people since. I assume they are shamed or outlawed out of public spaces. Average steps per day. One of the reasons why Japanese people have a lower rate of obesity and high life expectancy tbh. Japan is good cause you can walk, get public transit to most amenities. One does not need a car for everything, unless you live very remotely. Their 7-Elevens, varieties of Kit Kats, Japanese foods, and trains. Mind their own goddamn business. Kansai doesn't agree with you. People cleaning public areas on their own volition. The public park in front of my house gets cleaned by the whole neighborhood once a month. And I see so many folks volunteering to clean and pick up trash, cigarette butts especially, on public streets. I come from a country where people keep their own backyard clean but F the public spaces because they feel like it's not their responsibility. My hubby says residential zoning, allowing home construction in a way that keeps rents and home ownership affordable. Weird sex stuff. I fully believe they are the reason Rule 34 exists. Pixelation. Kitchen knives for chefs are the best on planet Earth. Toilets. They make such bloody good cameras. They're super skilled at selling low value or junk as if it's the best thing in the world. Just look at the fancy packaging they do for everything. That's some serious marketing. Presentation is very important to the Japanese. I do appreciate the experience. Gloss over WW2. They are quite good at pretending the atrocities against the Koreans and Chinese never happened. Having the most depraved, god-awful, porn, but somehow still censored. Vending machines. Japanese vending machine culture is mind-blowing. Literally the meme things. Speak Japanese. Instant ramen. Tricking the rest of the world into thinking they're some sort of flawless magical wonderland when in reality they're just like any country with their own share of issues. That's not Japan's fault, that's just the fault of weeboos who get all their ideas about Japan from anime. Staring at Westerners on the subway when they are not looking. And when we are looking, lol. Grocery store food. General organization. From lines in stores to stepping to one side off an escalator. Also vending machines. Bathrooms. They're the only ones who took George Costanza's advice and made the stalls go all the way to the floor. To be fair, the short door thing is a very North American phenomenon. Still get performance anxiety as a European living in the States with the huge gaps. Denying war crimes.